Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So, before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So, shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you all. I appreciate you all being here. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear me, give me a thumbs down or an angry face, and I'm going to shout out each and every one of y'all who was here. Shout out to Jerry Bedford. It's good to see you, bro. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to Carla Lockert. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen 125. Shout out to my man Jesse Paris. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Shout out to DeAndre. And shout out to PD that remains. All right. It's good to see you guys. So I don't know if you guys know who that cartoon character is, because he's an actual cartoon character on the thumbnail, but that is your boy Matt Getz. Now, before we go into Matt Getz, one thing that you guys can do is after the stream, just look up some Matt Getz controversies, and in the comment section after the stream, let me know what you guys find. Okay. Hey, shout out to my man Win Loser Rug. Yo, if you think that this thumbnail is funny, wait till you see the next one. Wait till you see the next one. You know what I'm saying? Matt Getz. This is one of the reasons why, even though conservative policies, if you ask me, are much better than Democrat policies, conservatives will just never get it. They just never get it. You just never get it. You can never deal with conservatives as long as you got clowns like Matt Getz on the squad that literally thinks that he can poke his chest out and say some nonsense, and it's just supposed to be funny, and everybody's supposed to hee ha ha. Now, you see that nice smile, right? If I lined up a straight right and sent it right down the middle after you said something stupid, you know what I'm saying, and you took it, hee ha ha. See, now I think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? So Matt Getz says Trump doesn't need women voters because there's a Julio and a Jamal ready. Which is interesting, because notice how he doesn't mention Chad or Nathan. Hee ha ha. How many black men do y'all know named Jamal? Yeah, he's the one that deals with that common issue that a lot of those Chads and Nathans deal with. I mean, hey, listen, man, if the Chads and Nathans don't get the type of women that they like in order, it might actually be Julio's and Jamal's voting for Trump, because a lot of them going to be in jail. And the problem with a lot of these conservative types is that they think that they can go around saying this, and then they'll go get an Officer Tatum, or they'll get a Greg Foreman, or they'll get a Candace Owens to, after they've said something racist, to shield them from the racism and try to shout down everybody else as if their weak asses are going to stop us from talking or saying our opinion. I don't know where that came from, that once they get the Sambo, that's just going to stop somebody from doing something, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they want to do. So now the thing is that when people sit there and say, oh, well, black people ain't going to vote. Black people don't vote Democrat. Black people only vote Democrat. It don't matter if your policies are favorable to or not. Nobody that's a self-respecting person is going to sit there and let some Jack Nicholson one flew over the cuckoo nest face clown sit there and disrespect them. So until these people learn to get their attack dogs trained, should I say their attack dog hair? Hee hee ha ha. Come laugh with me. A hee hee ha ha. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. He said that meeting up in Iowa was looking like a golden retriever convention. A hee hee ah ha ha. A hee hee ah ha ha. then it ain't gonna happen. Now, what's funny is that I actually believe that if the conservatives wanted to get black voters, they could. This to me, the fact that there's so many white racist conservatives, that is just evidence that they don't want black people to benefit from conservative policies, which is perfectly fine. It is what it is. We're just going to do politics like every sport. You see, white people, when they come around other people, they take stuff over. When we start looking at everything like a sport, we take it over. So, guess what? Many of us over here like conservative politics. So we're just going to take it over. So there's that. We're going to have Matt Gaetz on the next headline. Keep fucking around, Matt Gaetz. Next headline, you and Mark Dice, Tim Pool, Charlie Kirk, and everybody else is going to be crying about the lack of white male representation in conservatism. Then you're gonna wish that you hadn't have made that Julio and Jamal comment. See, that's villainy. That's villainy. And when that day comes, I'm going to get a solid gold frame for that news article. For every single room in my house. And I'm going to put it up there. What do you guys think about that? I'd advise everybody to do that. Matt Gaetz goes from saying that there's going to be a Julio and Jamal ready to vote for Trump to saying that, hey, wait a minute, conservatism isn't about equity and inclusion and DEI. Well, we just took it. So now cry about it. Bet you won't invite Jamal and Julio to the party again. The same way I told that dude stop putting that shit in my comment section about Black Light Revelation is telling people to support Trump before I mess around and make a Trump channel. Well, we're 3 videos deep on M.A.G.A.TRON, and it's looking pretty good. I'm telling y'all, that's how you deal with problems. That's how you deal with people. You let them see your fangs. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Matt Gaetz has argued that the demographic changes between the parties will help former President Donald Trump get back into the White House. And I can actually agree with that. Now that we've, gotten the joke exchange out of the way. The Florida congressman who incited the ouster of former GOP Speaker Kevin McCarthy appeared to suggest on Newsmax on Wednesday that as white women leave the Republican Party under the leadership of Mr. Trump, they will be replaced by Latino and Black men moving forward towards the GOP. And honestly, for real, that just sounds weird, and it don't really sound like something good, if you ask me. It sounds like some homoerotic shit. And I I would advise people to just, just sit back and watch. What do you guys think? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please take a moment. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, make sure that you take a moment and hit the bell. And also, if you have not yet shared the stream to your social media, please take a moment, share the stream to your social media, and make sure that you follow M.A.G.A.TRON on Twitter by hitting the links that the Stream Elements bots put into the chat. Okay. So now I think that it's an interesting phenomenon that white women allegedly are not supporting Trump as much. Where do you guys think that's coming from? Why do you guys think that is? Referencing Mr. Trump's overwhelming victory in the Iowa caucuses on Monday night, Mr. Getz said that there is a relentless and persistence in the Trump campaign that I think really emerges out of the candidate himself. In Iowa, the victory was so huge, and it was really a testament to the resiliency of the Trump voter, he added, because you had the worst condition possible historically, challenging weather and ice, and those folks came out and voted overwhelmingly for the president. I met with a lot of those folks. This is blue collar realignment of the Republican Party. Now, what do you guys think that he means when he says that? We're not interested in the surface language, right? We're interested in the undertones. So when he makes this comment, I want to know what you guys think about this comment. And what I can tell you is that for every Karen we lose, there's a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement, Mr. Getz said. And I don't think that people should just do this so quick. And the reason why I don't think that people should just do this so quick is that you should never have somebody like Matt Getz confident that you're just going to go work for them for free, because that's exactly what you're doing. I'm not going to go sign up for some MAGA movement because white women decided to leave out of it, and because white men need those votes that the white women left. Now they're going to try to quote unquote welcome black men like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, like everything is all good and it's been all good. Nah, no. First of all, you're not going to be so confident as to even know whether I'm going to do something or not. You're not going to get my full support unless I get a full payment. If I don't get what I want on a federal level, if I don't get what I want on a local level, I might vote for one conservative election that affects my needs directly the most, and then let you sink on the other ones until I break you. Because this is what this is about, is breaking people. And we need to break people like Matt Getz. The way Bane had Batman on the cover of Nightfall comes to mind. This is that kind of talk. Well, you know, I'll just put the plate of leftover food on the floor, and the dog or the slave will eat it. Yeah, I don't think so. Now notice Matt Getz, he said that you'll just run to vote for Trump. That's what he said. They just run to vote for Trump. There's going to be a Julio and a Jamal that'll just run to vote for Trump. So what that means is that homeboy thinks that what they got going on is so good that you would just run over there and do it for free. Notice how he didn't say anything about what the conservative party offers to quote unquote Julio and Jamal. It's just, well, white women aren't willing to hold the weight anymore, allegedly, according to this, article. But, because we're so white, Jamal and Julio will come do it. No, no, sorry, no. Do you guys see the confidence? This dude literally thinks that. And to me, it's a bad state that we've slipped into a place of where we'd allow somebody to have the confidence that they think that people will just run to take that place. And this is why I tell people about, maybe there's a lot of people sitting up there saying, well, I'm gonna run to the Republicans. I'm gonna deal with the Republicans. I don't know if I would be saying anything. See, like, you don't really supposed to tell people about the card, the poker cards that you have in your hand. But there's a lot of people that just can't wait to just run their mouth and have verbal diarrhea all over the place. I wouldn't advise that. That would not be my tactic of choice, right? Now, you know, I've said that I believe that conservative policies are much more beneficial than Democrat policies, right? On an individual level. I didn't ever say that selling out and running to be a part of something with the MAGA crew is the flex. I didn't say that. I've never said that. I've always said service your own interests. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that people don't get this twisted. What I want people to start understanding is that when it comes to people like Matt Getz, when it comes to any of these people, what you guys need to start understanding is you need to start understanding psychological warfare. You need to start understanding how to troll people, and you need to start understanding how to strangulate somebody's ego, how to deprive their ego, how to deplete their ego. See, Matt Getz has an ego. He thinks what he's literally saying is that, now that the white women aren't interested, our ice is still colder. And it's so cold that white men or that black men and Latino men will come get our ice. That's literally what he's saying. You should never have that kind of confidence that other men will fall in line with you like that. Like I said, for one, I've got pathological authority problems. Like, it's pathological. Like, I have to be constantly defying authority or else I'm not in a peaceful state. So just by the nature of my personality, there's no way that I couldn't do this. There would have to be a way that somehow what I did, I still have ultimate control, and Matt Getz would know that to the point where I wouldn't even be mentioned in this. But the problem is the way that a lot of people present themselves. Man, I see so many people like in black content creator stuff. Man, we did better under Trump. That's what Matt Getz is saying, is that these people will run to be under us for shelter because we provide such good shelter. Man, I'm not running to be under anybody. You Shout out to my guys. Y'all know what happens when some quote unquote someone is under you. Ain't no way I'm doing that. I'll never be under anybody. I'll look you eye to eye. If there's some type of teamwork or some type of business deal or some type of camaraderie, I'll stand shoulder to shoulder. But be under you, man, over my dead body. There'll be a casket closing over me before I say that there's another man over me. Like, you got me bent. And I think that more dudes need to take their manhood more serious. If there's a bunch of people who are leaders, you know what I'm saying? People need to be leaders. There's nothing wrong with being a team player, right? Being a team player doesn't necessarily mean that you're a follower. It means that you're a team player. I always tell people this. I'm not a leader. I beat to my own drum. I don't follow rules. I don't care about rules. If you try to force me to follow some rules, I'll fight you to the death. But if I'm part of something, I'm going to play my part better than anybody will play their part. But the only thing I'm leading is my own faith and my own destiny. And when people try to impede on that, I don't like it. And I think that more people should be like that. I don't think that see, it's a privilege to think that despite the fact that you've done nothing, you think that you're that influential that, quote unquote, somebody's just gonna fucking fall in line with you, or somebody's just gonna, decide to take the place of a woman in your coalition. Like that just sounds crazy, man. We don't have our women anymore, but no worries. We got these two groups of men. Man, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. And as long as they let people unfettered, see, like Matt Gaetz is the type of dude he has. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. I want to ask y'all, do y'all mind if I give a little bit of advice to these people? I'm gonna give a little bit of advice. The Candace Owenses, the Officer Tatums, the Greg Formans, they're not helping you all. They're hurting you all. Those are the majority, or I'm sorry, those are the minority of black people. And ain't nobody listening to them. If you want black voters, you need a situation where somebody like Joe Biden is the president and people have been shitted on for damn near 60 years, or you need somebody that can actually relate to them. Let me ask you guys a question in the comment section. Who is Officer Tatum and Candace Owens relatable to? shout out to Captain Cold Blooded. What's good with it? How many people in here are relatable to Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or Greg Foreman? Now, you got to ask yourself the question, are conservatives really, really that dumb or that delusional where they actually think that those guys are making a difference? Hey, we've got this uptick in black vote. Man, our guys are really out there working the field. Do you really think that that's what's going on? Are you that damn crazy? Are you that damn delusional? Are you that damn dumb? Because that's not the case. That's not what's happening. Officer Tatum, Greg Foreman, Candace Owens, the black people from PragerU, all of those people, they've done nothing to bring black people to the Republicans. As a matter of fact, it's not, I would even go as far as to say that they might have, those coons that you all hire might have more of an influence on making black people think that Republicans are racist than the Democrats. And you give the Democrats all the credit, but the people that you hire are not doing their job. If you listen to Joy Reid sit there and talk about Trump being a white supremacist or Trump being racist or Republicans being racist or, MAGA, all fascism and all this shit, if you listen to Joy Reid say that, or if you sit there and repeatedly watch Officer Tatum make video after 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 video about black people, while sitting there saying that black people are race obsessed, you're going to sit there and listen to Joy Reid and say Joy Reid is a Democrat. I already know what she's talking about. But I'm going to sit there and look at Officer Tatum like, yo, this is wild. This is the type of black person that this party wants. if this is the type of black person that this party wants, y'all must have y'all campaign rallies at a Klan meeting. Because the only black people that y'all deal with are people like Tyrone Biggums. The type of black people that you deal with, tell me the type of white people that y'all are. Y'all don't deal with a very diverse amount of black people. Y'all deal with one specific subculture of black people, which is weird. And it's very telling. And you use that specific subculture of black people as a shield. They use the meritorious manumission types. Do you guys think that that's a true statement? Is that a good estimate? Is that a good estimation gauge? When we talking about the Republicans, they ask these silly questions about Democrats. Now, notice how they always ask these questions to the air because they're too cowardly to come and talk to us, right? So we're gonna ask questions to the air, and our heads are gonna spin around, and the wind up on our back is gonna keep going, and we're gonna act like we did something, like we always do. But the question is never gonna get asked. So now, don't they say that birds of a feather flock together? Isn't that the truth? That's what they say, ain't it? So now, if birds of a feather flock together, the type of black people that these white people choose to hang out with, what did that tell you about them? I'm just looking at the type of friends you hang out with. I'm just looking at the people you surround yourself with. If I surrounded myself with gang members and Bloods and Crips and thieves all day, what would y'all think about me? Oh, he's a thug. Why do you think I'm a thug? Because literally the only people that you hang around are criminals. Okay. If you're a white person and all you hang around is coons, you're hanging around coons because they reinforce your built-in ideas of black people, which means that you think like that coon. Why would I want to deal with you? Is that logical? Does that make sense? Does what I'm saying make sense? I want to make sure that I'm explaining myself properly. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make sense, give me a thumbs down. And see, this is what I'm talking about the vetting process. And this is why I'm telling you, hey, Megatron, you know what I'm saying, might be have on his arm cannon shit. You know what I'm saying? Megatron might be about to turn into GALVATRUMP, you know what I'm saying, just going through destroying people. But the reason why the Decepticons, as big as they were and as strong as they were, could never beat the Autobots is because the Decepticons never had their shit together. The only Decepticon that had his shit together was Soundwave. You can't beat the Autobots with just Shockwave and Soundwave. So until M.A.G.A.TRON gets the Decepticons in order, I don't know what to tell you. We gonna be still just chilling on the planet of junk. Bon wheat, bon nitty bomb, motherfucker. Sorry, Matt Getz. You're wrong. Let's see what he said.
there is a relentlessness and a persistence in the Trump campaign that I think really emerges out of the candidate himself. In Iowa, this victory was so huge, and really it was a testament to the resiliency of the Trump voter, because you had the worst conditions possible, historically challenging weather and ice, and these folks came out and voted overwhelmingly for the president. I met with a lot of those folks. This is the blue collar realignment of the Republican Party, and what I could tell you is, like, for every Karen we lose, there's a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement, and that bodes well for our ability to be more diverse and to be more durable.
To be more diverse. Diverse like how? Diverse like perpetuating the stereotypes that you perpetuate about people. Diverse like WS being the most diverse hire in the world. Yeah, Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior. You see that? Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior. And Megatron was a loyal motherfucker. See, there's a different story between Soundwave and Starscream. Soundwave legit thought Megatron was dead. Starscream was on some shady shit. The Constructicons thought they was about to make Devastator. Rumble and Frenzy said, Who you calling uncharismatic? I would say that Soundwave is like Roger Stone in this little thing here. What do you guys think? Yeah, man. Art imitates life.
We head into not only the rest of the primary contests, but also the general election.
Now, see, now, here's the real question, right? Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? That's the question. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 23 people watching and we got 21 likes. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, make sure you guys take a moment and hit the bell. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe to M.A.G.A.TRON 645 on Twitter. So now here it says the name Karen has been used to describe suburban middle-class white women who are perceived as entitled in a derogatory way, while Julio and Jamal are stereotypical names for Latino and black men, respectively, which is hilarious because, again, there's mad white women named Karen. There's not mad black men named Jamal. Let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all in the comment section personally know a Jamal? Now, what's funny is I know some people with some, you know what I'm saying, with some black sounding names. Despite that, though, none of them are Jamal. So, like, why people think that that's a stereotype is interesting. How many Jamals are in the NBA? How many Jamals are in the NFL? You know what I'm saying? Think about that shit. Let that marinate. Like, seriously, sit back, you know what I'm saying? Relax. And think about that. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? After the 2012 election and Mitt Romney's loss to then President Barack Obama, the Republican Party recommended that a more inclusive tone be adopted towards minorities. So again, this is smokescreen right here. We need to make these people think that we accept them. Once we get what we want out of them, then destroy everything and move away. Oh, y'all know a lot of Jamals. I don't know no Jamals. I don't know no Jamals, like none. Black Freethinker said that that's a throw. So okay, so check this out. So that's facts, right? That's actually facts. That's hilarious. Black Freethinker said that's a throwback to the days when Arabic names were trendy, right? So let me ask y'all this: like, if y'all know a Hakeem or if y'all know a Kareem, do that count as a Jamal? Like, so we're gonna say that Jamal is a family of names. Then it's not just one name, but it represents a family of names. That's from that Hakeem, Kareem, Jabari, that type of stuff like that. So all of those fall under the family of Jamal names. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And if that's the case, if that's how we gonna count it, then I gotta say I do know a couple. I don't know no actual Jamals, but I do know people in the Jamal. I do know people that got the names in the Jamal family. Yeah, Malik. You know what I'm saying? Like what was old boy name? Malik Yoba, Makai Pfeiffer. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Sharif. Sharif. Somebody named their kid Sheriff. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to not like the police. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen for being a like enforcer, man. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that's facts. Y'all got me on that. Y'all got me on that. That's true. That's some true shit. I can't even sit up here in front. So now here it says something Mr. Trump absolutely demolished when he rode down the escalator in 2015 to announce his White House campaign, calling Mexican immigrants grapists, being Magatron. That's that Magatron stuff. He put that arm cannon out. You know what I'm saying? he turned into the he turns into the gun. Oh man, he turned into the gun. When he is on when Trump be on Twitter, that's when he turned into Megatron for real. When he turned into the gun when he be on Twitter. And every time the trigger pull back, that's when the tweet posts. Man, that's hilarious. Shout out to Black Free Thinker, orange hued villainy. Man, what's wrong with white people, bro? You know what I'm saying? White people say that we so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? But over here, where we appreciate villainy, they get sensitive and upset when somebody say orange man bad. Is that because they too stupid to know that that's a compliment? Calling somebody bad? You know what I'm saying? Don't be so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, family structure. You know what I'm saying? Act like you're nuclear. Act like you come from a nuclear family. Somebody call you orange man bad, that's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start calling y'all my tangerine kings. You know what I'm saying? When we on this channel and we joking around, we talking about Magatron, I'm gonna call y'all the tangerine. Y'all the tangerine team. Like Matt Getz, you know what I'm saying? Like Jamal and Julio. Now see, the thing is, right? You start doing that, yo, they can't take it. But they got too much pride to not be able to exercise restraint, which is cool. Because we could do it all day long. All day long. You know what I'm saying? The days of people getting free passes and, you know what I'm saying, bullying people and nobody doing anything back, man, them days is over, man. That's done. That's done. You finna get every form of retaliation in the book. Shout out to John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I went to school with all those names and more. Now, see, man, I'm from the Midwest, man. Y'all that are from the more cultured areas like New York, y'all gotta understand. Y'all got a different y'all y'all gotta understand. Like y'all got a different culture. Like there's different cultures like within states, and I don't think that like really gets expressed on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely believe that you went to school with all of those names because like it's it's different in New York. I'm not only from the Midwest, I'm from that northeast part of the Midwest, which is kind of like not really similar to like the actual like Missouri, you know what I'm saying, type Midwest shit. It's different. A lot of times, like when people interact with each other, I don't think that like we take in consideration state culture. Like a lot of times, like people look at they listen to accents and stuff like that, but like they don't really take into consideration like the state culture. Because it's actually like different, like to me, like from my observation, I've noticed that there's just different cultural stuff amongst people in states. Right. And I facts, Black free thinker. If it was in the Great Lakes region, it was likely in Chicago. And that's because Chicago is a big metro. It's like it's similar to New York. It's a big metro area with a lot of people in it and a lot of people going there. See, like in Ohio, like even in the metro areas of Ohio, you don't have all that. In Ohio, you just got black people for the most part and white people. And like that's it. Now it's a little bit more diverse, you know what I'm saying? But overwhelmingly, for the most part, it's just black people and white people. Like that's it in Ohio, for real, for real. It's kind of a it's population culture wise, it's just a different dynamic. And because of the different dynamic, it kind of influences the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting. And it was they never really like there's not really any studies or any type of research on it either, which is interesting because I think that there should be because it would be something interesting to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the result of Trump's presidency and subsequent third presidential campaign appears to be a divide among educational lines, not racial ones, as those with college degrees move toward the Democratic Party and those without higher education more often backing Republicans. Now, let me ask you, we talked about that, right? Why is that? Why do you all feel that that might be? Yeah, and that's true. And like even within the state, like I don't know if y'all ever been to Ohio or Northeast Ohio, but like in Ohio, there's three types of accents. Like there if you ever listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony talk, there's the people that talk like them, right? So like they got like what I will call like the beginnings of a southern accent. It's not really like a southern accent, but like they got the draw and like some of their words is like drawn out and they talk, you know what I'm saying, kind of slow, like with that little bit of twang to it, like Busy Bone, like Cat Williams talk like a Cleveland dude. That's why I be laughing because I be saying Cat Williams is if somebody put Busy Bone and Charleston White into one person. You know what I'm saying? It's three kinds of accents. Then you got actual Southern accents in Ohio. Like there's actual Southern accents in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like people that live down by West Virginia or people that live down by Kentucky, like Cincinnati. Anything after anything below Columbus is an actual Southern accent. Like before the Mason Dixon line, like fuck all that. Them Southern accents start in Ohio. I'm trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Then when it come to Northeast Ohio, you got the people that sound like Bone and Cat Williams, and then you got the people that sound like me. The people that sound like Bone and Cat Williams is like they like the step before you get to like how they talk in St. Louis. It's not quite there yet, but it's almost there. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people like me who got like a merge between like a dry ass Midwest accent, which is like no accent at all, and like a remnant, like a little like leftover little part of an East Coast accent. But them type of people, the people like me and the people like Bone, they come from the same area. The accents come from where their families came from. You know what I'm saying? So like you will have somebody like me who like I don't have like none of that Southern shit. But then it'll be somebody that's from Cleveland that sound like Cat Williams. Them two accents is the accents that's in Cleveland. Like motherfuckers either sound like me or they sound like that shit. Then you got the actual Southern accents, which is anybody below Columbus. You know what I'm saying? And see, and Cat Williams, he's from Dayton, which I don't know. I don't really know too much about Dayton. I don't know like nothing about Dayton and Toledo. I never been there. You know what I'm saying? See, Carlton said Terrence Howard was raised in Ohio. He has a Southern twang. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you either have an accent like mine, or you have like that Southern shit. One of the two. And where that shit come from is where your family is from for the most part. But it's either of those two accents. Like all the Bone got that twang type. Like Crazy Bone, he, you know what I'm saying? Like Lazy Bone, country as hell. You know what I'm saying? Wishbone, country as hell. And they from down the way. Like they from the Glenville area. 99th and St. Clair, you know what I'm saying? But on the same street, it's a cat that sound like me. You know what I mean? But them the only two types of accents though. And then like I said, then there's the actual Southern accent. Like once you go to Columbus, starting at Columbus and beyond, like it's just actual Southern accents. PD that remains said Toledo is a hole in the wall type of town, bro. Ohio is a hole in the wall type of state. The whole state is a hole in the wall, bro. Ohio is like a dead. Ohio is like what the entire United States finna be like. You know what I'm saying? Ohio been on survival mode since as long as I can remember. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? I never been to Cincy. Actually, I did. I went to Cincy one time, like when I was a kid, because I got some family that lived down there, and we went to Kings Island. But I never been to Cincy or like that. As far as like in my adult life, and it's kind of far too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to drive all the way the hell over there. That's literally like on the other side of that's on the other side of the state, the long way. Like that's actually like damn near like the furthest distance can be in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even feel like going all the way the hell out there. You know what I'm saying? Carlton sit up there talking about, Richard. Richard. So now here it says several polls last year showed Mr. Trump doing well with Black and Hispanic voters, helping him surge ahead of President Joe Biden in head-to-head matchups. And this trend is still going on today. And it's actually increased more. Yeah, I think Cincy is like 4.5 hours or 5 hours, Black Free Thinker, from Northeast Ohio. I ain't even gonna lie, like I'm on some real shit. I want to buy a little island off of Lake Erie and do that. You know what I'm saying? Win Loser Rug said that's like LA and the Bay. It's 9 hours. I didn't know they was that damn far. That's crazy. 9 hours? Ain't no way in hell. California, a long ass state. That shit crazy as hell. It's parts of California that seem like it probably would take the same amount of time as a drive from Ohio to Florida. 9 hours, that shit. It only take what it take 16. I want to say 16 hours to drive from Ohio to Florida. All you gotta do is take 77 south the whole way. I drove to New York City from Ohio. That shit took 8 hours. Man, I was in such a bad mood when I got to New York City. I fit right in. Like, I was in a bad mood because I was tired and I was angry and I was hungry. But like, because my mood was so fucked up, I literally blended in with the people of New York. Like, that shit was crazy. If I was my normal self and I had a full stomach and I wasn't irritated from driving all that way, I would have like been completely, I would have stood out like a sore thumb. But because I was all fucked up mentally, I just fit right in. Like, couldn't nobody even tell that I wasn't from New York. Which is crazy. That's one of the reasons I would never live there. Like, all y'all motherfuckers is like me with a bad mood. Like, I'm good. That's not. I don't want to be around me with a bad mood, and I don't want that to be the normal me that I gotta be to survive. Like, I'm good on that shit. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody that's from New York, by the way. So now here's that several polls last year showed Mr. Trump doing well with the Black and Hispanic voters, and we talked about that, helping him surge ahead of President Joe Biden in head-to-head matchups. Mr. Trump averaged 20% with Black voters and 42% with Hispanic voters across 5 high-quality polls, Washington Post noted in September. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that the trend do you all think that the trend of Black and Hispanic voters will increase with Trump? Or do you think that he's going to stay right where he's at? Carlton said, I've never heard of the phrase NY hospitality. Bro, NY hospitality is getting through an entire day without having an altercation with anybody. That's New York hospitality. If you can go through an entire 24-hour period in New York without getting into some type of altercation, that's the extent of hospitality. That's everybody treated you nice that day. Like, that's the hospitality. See, like, when you live other places in the country, like, you know, they be like Southern people be being all nice and all kind of shit. If you like say excuse me or try to be nice to somebody in New York, they're gonna look at you like you are crazy. They either gonna look at you like you crazy, or they're gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker from out of town, I'm finna rob the shit out of his ass. If you be like, hi, excuse me, please, can you help me? Oh, you ain't from here. You ain't from the city. Let me see what kind of let me see how I can abuse you real quick and get some money off you real quick. That's what's gonna happen to you in New York, and it's gonna be. I was just about to say, Lloyd Sky 9. It's about to be a man. If you do that shit to a foreigner in New York City, you may as well just hand your wallet over. They finna charge you $100 for a taxi ride for no reason. Now, if you bump somebody and when they turn around, you push them and be like, "What the hell is the matter with you?" The motherfucker just turn around and keep on walking. You're 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 from New York. Like, it's crazy how like, if you're not from New York and you go to New York, it's gonna be a shock at first how baseline wild and out of pocket you think that somebody's coming at you. But like, they not really coming at you though. That's just the culture there. Like, they just direct. It's not even being rude, it's just direct. But you just gonna be like, yo, what did you just say? And like on top, and like it's like they're direct, and there's always gonna be something smart along with it. Like, they're gonna say some smart shit to you. Like, what you can't see or something that's right over there. You like, excuse me? Then like you start talking to more people and like everybody talk like that. So like you might take some shit. If you're not from New York, you might take some shit personal that's not meant to be personal. That shit is hilarious. Man, it's crazy, man. It's funny as hell. Black free thinker said, I went to Philly and literally, bro, they need to, like, you need to take if you've never been to the East Coast, especially like New York or Jersey or Boston or something like that, you need to take like a 3-day course in the culture before you go out there, just so you know like what to worry about, what to not worry about, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you will be out there stressing over a whole bunch of shit that like don't even need to be stressed over. Like, nah, these motherfuckers are literally just rudeness is the culture. Like, this is them at their baseline. Like, you just sit up here getting offended for no reason. Somebody, if you ask for instructions and like you don't understand what somebody's trying to explain to you, and you be like, I don't get it. Them spazzing out, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Believe it or not, they're not trying to be offensive. Because if you had said that shit to somebody from New York, them motherfuckers would have laughed and just said some other fuck shit back, and the conversation would have just continued. If you not from New York, you're gonna be like, yo, whoa, what the fuck this motherfucker just yell at me like this for? Different culture, man. Different state culture. That's like come to Ohio. You know what I'm saying? People don't be knowing what a pop is. Now people know that kind of stuff because of TV, but you know what I'm saying? So now here it says Mr. Trump won only 8% of black voters in 2020 and 36% of Hispanic voters, according to a Pew Research Center. So what I want you guys to, I want to know, why do you guys think that the percentage of black voters when it comes to Republicans is always so low? Now, they say that it's because of Democrats, right? I don't believe that. I think that Democrats are dumb. And I think that they try to get people to believe that, you know, they're protecting people from racism and all this. But I don't think that it's the Democrats that really makes black people think that Republicans are racist. I think that Republicans blatant outright anti-blackness and retrobate degeneracy that they like to display and then try to hide under the guise of saying that it's funny, and surrounding themselves and ingratiating themselves with coons as if those are the only type of valid black people. That's what makes motherfuckers think that you're racist. I don't think Democrats make anybody think anything, because Democrats are dumb. They don't make anybody think anything. I think that Republicans need to hold themselves accountable for the lack of the black vote. You're the one that hires coons. You're the one that likes to say the N-word and say that it's free speech. You do. The Republicans shoot them, the Republicans and conservatives shoot themselves in the foot with black people, and then because of their cultural inability to hold themselves accountable for their errors, of which they make plenty daily, they want to blame the Democrats. Republicans blaming Democrats for black people not fucking with Republicans is the same as Democrats blaming Republicans for the border crisis. It sounds crazy. And honestly, bro, we're gonna run that shit all the way to the bank this year. Them motherfuckers are not gonna avoid us. They're gonna hear that shit, and then they're gonna be forced to make a decision. You gonna deal with us on our terms, or you just gonna flat out say the quiet part out loud, but we're gonna force that shit about you. And the coons can sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? Now, according to the Telegraph, Trump has already won. I think I kind of, as far as when it comes to the Republicans, I think that he has. I don't know what the hell he doing right there, being M.A.G.A.TRON. Like he trying to adjust his comb over, I guess. Shout out to Crew Reality. What's good with it, bro? Trump doing the orange man dance. So now the Telegraph, they glazing, they up here glazing in the Telegraph. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the Telegraph started out glazing. You know what I'm saying? They sounded like they what is that? What is old boy name? Oh, Black Free Thinker said he was about to transform. He was about to transform into the gun right there. We gotta make up a story for the M.A.G.A.TRON to GALVATRUMP story arc. I think M.A.G.A.TRON turned into GALVATRUMP when when Biden won the election. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got mad. And on the last leg, you know what I'm saying, Biden won and Trump was floating through outer space. And then Mitch McConnell was like, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. And Donald Trump was floating through space like, I am the Donald Trump who summons me. No one summons the Donald. And Mitch McConnell said, well, it pleases me to be the first. And then he said, I'll give you a new buddy. Get the Democrat matrix. Bring it to me. And M.A.G.A.TRON and M.A.G.A.TRON and M.A.G.A.TRON and M.A.G.A.TRON said, and he said, and nothing. Or you can proceed to prosecution. And then all the court cases start coming. And he said, no. Oh man. All the indictments start coming. He said, well, then proceed to prison. And then the red lights came on. And he was floating through outer space, about to land in a jail cell. And he was like, no. And then Mitch McConnell. And then Mitch McConnell turned the lights off. You know what I'm saying? He said, bring it to me. He said, and these shall be your minions, Marjorie Taylor Greene and the sweeps. Lauren Boebert, Cyclonus. Bring me the Matrix. And then he pulled up, right? So he flying through outer space. You know what I'm saying? And then Ron DeSantis was there. They was about to make him president and shit. He had on this weird ass cape and a crown. And then Ron DeSantis was sitting up there like, I am the king of anti-woke. Crown me the culture king. And then Roger Stone and Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert pulled up and he said, Donald, is that you? And GALVATRUMP said, here's a hint. And then Roger Stone looked at him and was like, is this an inauguration or bad comedy? And then GALVATRUMP turned into that gun and it was a wrap. DeSantis didn't show up to New Hampshire. Yeah, facts, free thinker, more like Bim Bonus. Facts. Oh man. Bim Bonus in the sweets. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think Gavin Newsom might have to be hot rod. You know what I'm saying? Gavin Newsom might have to be hot rod. He the reason why Joe Biden got deleted. Because when the original MAGA Trump and Optimus Biden was fighting, here come Gavin Newsom trying to jump on Megatron's back, on MAGA.TRON's back. And Biden was like, "Where am I?" And then that's when MAGA Trump hit him with that sword and got him, had him leaking electricity all over the place. Biden ain't no damn Ultra Magnus. Biden dumbass is Grimlock. Biden's brain is Grimlock. That's how Biden should actually talk. Me, Biden, don't know anything about anything. Me, Biden, only know that I can't do anything for black people. You know what I'm saying? That's Biden. That's Joe Biden. We need to start calling Joe Biden Grimlock. Oh, here go Grimlock. Here go. Oh, Biden got that Grimlock brain. And Kamala Harris be like, Slag. She sound like Slag. Me Slag not going to the border, even though they say I'm the border side, Grimlock. I just sit here and laugh at everything, and I don't know a damn thing either. Oh man, that's hilarious, man. These motherfuckers are dumb. Hey, that's what's even more funny. She's a slag for real. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. That's hilarious, man. That's funny as hell. Good lord, that's funny as hell, man. Y'all got me dying laughing. So yeah, man. What else we got here? Basically, with this article, they just go into more of the election statistics, the percentages from the polls that we've read. We've read all of these, right? Now, here's the most interesting thing, right? And this is what we're gonna close with right here. And I might actually do a separate stream on this article. Actually, I might actually do a separate stream on both those articles because this is how down bad the Democrats are, right? Carl, Val, you funny as hell. I be trying to tell people, man. Ask TD, he'll tell you like I'm the 50 Cent of regular people. I'm the 50 Cent of regular people, for real, for real. Don't fuck with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, all GOP presidential candidates ahead of Biden in the new poll. Haley holds largest lead. Every single, as bad as they got beat by Trump, they all are doing better than Biden in the polls. Think about that. Nikki Haley, as big as her hands are, is still doing better than Biden. I heard something about she testified about some type of affair she had going on. I think AB Promotions had actually put that in the Discord. Did y'all hear about that? Who the hell had an affair with you that wasn't scared of your hands when you opened them up completely? It's just amazing to me that like literally no one talks about that. Like the fact that that woman just has like crazy abnormally large hands and it's just never been brought up for discussion. Like that's just that are we just really like about to sit out here and ignore stuff? Is that what we doing out here? Because I honestly I don't even know how you ignore that. I don't know how you ignore that. I don't even know how you do that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, AB Promotions had put that in the chat. Did y'all hear about that? If y'all DeAndre said it's tax season, fellas will hit anything. Bro, I don't know, bro. And I'm so and I'm put it out there. You know what I'm saying? When you say stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Scorpio. You talking about a motherfucker like me, but you know what I'm saying? Even in that situation, right? It's just certain things that I just can't deal with. And I can't like them hands is too that's too much, man. I can't deal with no hands like that, man. That's just too much. It's too damn much. You know what I'm saying? I just I would my face, my forehead would always be scrunched up. And I would just always be looking at her hands like, what the fuck? And like cause the thing, like Nikki Haley is like she ain't really a big woman. It'd be a different story if you was big, but you just a regular size person, like with some NBA player hands on at the end of your arms, like put together wrong ass, like what the hell? But anyway, yeah, somebody had said that it was AB Promotions. Shout out to AB Promotions that put the video in the Discord, and we're going to talk about this at some point. But it says Nikki Haley's steamy affair exposed in sworn witness testimony. Nikki Haley having steamy affair. She old as hell. She old enough to be somebody's grandmother. Let me see something. Hold on. Oh, here you go. Nikki Haley's old affair rumor gives MAGA new ammo. MAG-A-TRON got some new ammo. They put it in the plasma gun. Hold on, we're gonna look at a short video about it real quick. Let's see. All right. Let me see what they got over here. Hold on real quick, y'all. My bad. I know y'all see all these ads that just be popping up on the screen like it's ridiculous. Let me see. Shamika Gray said she bet it was a white man. I I don't know why anybody would deal with somebody that got hands like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that should just I had to have a sit down with old boy. Like, can you explain that? Because bro. See, like I like manicures and stuff like that. I like manicures, not man hands. You know what I'm saying? Your motherfucking her hand so damn big, the nails look like surfboards on her fingers and shit. Like, that's too much. So look at this. It said Donald Trump has launched a series of social media attacks against his Republican primary rival, Nikki Haley. The former president has shared multiple attacks on Haley, who worked as UN ambassador in the Trump administration. On Truth Social over the space of a few hours. These attacks include sharing polls showing he is the better suited GOP candidate to beat President Joe Biden in the 2024 election. Saying she wants to cut Social Security benefits and accusing the former South Carolina governor of being an establishment candidate. Now, she actually does want to cut Social Security. How many people have heard about the Nikki Haley Social Security stuff? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't hear about that, give me a thumbs down. We're actually going to talk about that at some point. Hopefully I'm able to get through, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to get through to some content later on today. I want to try to get in a couple more streams. If I can get in a couple more streams, we're definitely going to talk about that. But yeah, Nikki Haley does absolutely want to cut Social Security. If I'm not mistaken, I think she wants to raise the retirement age as well. And I have been saying that Nikki Haley is a warmongering neocon. So now here, yeah, it says that Haley is the establishment candidate who is loved by Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney. Man, that's hilarious. They got the worst picture of Mitt Romney that they could find. Look at him looking like he had a stroke. That's MAGA-TRON at work right there. He also likened her to Trump's 2016 challenger, Hillary Clinton. Look, oh no, he didn't. See that's MAGA-TRON right there. That's that MAGA-TRON shit. He also likened her to Trump's 2016 challenger, Hillary Clinton, by posting a photo that imposed Haley's face over an image of Clinton. Yo, that's wild. Ah! Ah! Man, he killed her with a YouTube thumbnail. Hey man, every time Trump do something crazy, man, like from here on out, like every every time Trump do something crazy, the intro music finna start playing in y'all head. Like you see this picture of Nikki Haley plastered on Hillary Clinton's body. Oh man, that's wild, man. What else this motherfucker say? All right, so now here it says anyone listening to Nikki Nimrata Haley. Oh, he's on bullshit. That's the shit we doing, man. He's stealing our shit. Anyone listening to Nikki Nimrata Haley's whacked out speech last night would think that she won the Iowa primary. She didn't, and she couldn't even beat a very flawed Ron DeSantis. Yo, we about to talk about Ron DeSantis too, because MAG-A.TRON went full Galvatron. Look at this. So he goes from going in on Nikki, the Trump dementia / ADHD kicks in. Then this motherfucker just starts flaming Ron DeSantis, and then remembers he's talking about Nikki Haley again, and goes back to Nikki Haley. The MAGA-TRON arm cannon is just going all over the place. People catching strays. Anyone listening to Nikki Nimrata Haley's whacked out speech last night would think that she won the Iowa primary. She didn't. And she couldn't even beat a very flawed Ron DeSanctimonious, who's out of money and who's out of hope. That motherfucker's wallet is on E and his hope is on E. Man, that's crazy. Nikki came in a distant third, and she would never run against me. He was a great president, and she would have followed her own advice. Now she's stuck with weak policies and a very strong MAGA base, and there's just nothing that she can. Man, that's hilarious, man. God damn, man. Y'all got me dying laughing. So, yo, man, that's it. That's what we bought. That's it. That's what we got for right now. You know what I'm saying? Your boy gonna take a quick break. I gotta do some stuff. I gotta run some errands. We will be back later. Make sure y'all catch up on the replays. And remember, every time y'all see something crazy that M.A.G.A.TRON does, y'all gonna hear this when you close your eyes.